Take ye heed. Take ye heed. Mark it down. Be observant. Be looking. Watch and pray, he says. You're going to see that again. Watch several times and pray one more time. Watch and pray. Watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. For the Son of Man, this is a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. We're to be watching. Eyes are to be wide open. Watch ye therefore, for you know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. In other words, any time of the day, come. Lest coming suddenly, he finds you. What were the apostles doing in that garden? Be sleeping. Be sleeping. Don't be caught sleeping when he comes. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. Watch. We're to be watching and we're to be praying. Say, John, what are we to watch for? Oh, there were so many signs, so many things. This year, we didn't break a record, but we're on the uphill slope again. Because these things come in waves. The Bible told us it come in waves. The Bible told us it would rise and decline and rise and decline. And we were on a little bit of an uphill slope. And I think next year we'll probably be moving on up even more. But you can look at the patterns for the last 100 years and see the uphill climb of so many things. So many indicators of Christ's return. Earthquakes are one. 13,914 earthquakes this year. And several big ones. Over 3,000 people died by earthquakes. Wars and rumors of wars. America's been in war since 2001. We know this. We have troops fighting somewhere in the globe all the time. And now listen, I'm not one to watch America to see how and when Christ is coming back. I'm one to watch the Middle East. And Russia is being very anxious for war. Russia's threatened American troops in Syria. They keep threatening Israel over and over again. Israel's on edge, wanting to know what Russia's going to do. Let me tell you something. That's a sign to be watching. You better watch what Russia and Israel does. That's right. You better keep your eyes on that. Morality is a very big indicator of where we're at. We don't talk about it enough, but morality. When we abandon morality, it's a big indicator that Christ is coming back. Jesus said that just as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. When we abandon morality, and we have, it's a sign of the end. There's a Hayer, an article that I purposely remembered because it's just so amazing to me. A man and a husband and a wife who got a divorce were fighting over custody of their son this year. They're fighting over custody of the son. The son says to his dad he doesn't want to be a girl, he's a boy. And his dad says, son, you're a boy, you're a boy. Because he is a boy. But whenever he's with his mom, he dresses like a girl. And the mom wants custody of the son because she thinks that her son needs to be a girl. That's where we are, America. Mothers and fathers trying to make their children be something they're not. We talked about it this morning, that 10-year-old boy that the mom and dad dresses up like a girl and takes to dance around for money. And they're heralding this on the news. Was yesterday? It's yesterday. And the news is a great thing. Wonderful. Wonderful that he's being pandered around, young 10-year-old boy as a girl, for money. It's a wonderful thing, they say. All young children should aspire to be this. Atrocity. Atrocity. Well, just a few years ago, that'd be child abuse.
That's right.
Still is child abuse, amen? I was reading how many different drag queens, 8 years old and 8 to 10 drag queens. They got a whole group of them now. Going around America making money for their parents, for themselves. Boys dressed like girls. For show. They're taken, they're sexualized. You should have seen the costumes. They're made to look like harlots, prostitutes. I can only think of a few scriptures. I think of Romans chapter 1 when I think of these things. I think of Joel chapter 3, verse 3 when I think of these things. Joel talking about end of times. This is what it said. He said, they have cast lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. They're selling children. See, that's what they're doing in America today. They're selling children. Children are being bought and sold. And we talk about it. Another thing I'm not going to get into, but slavery is a giant money-making business today. But it's not slavery so you have someone wait on your table. It's sexual slavery. It's huge. It's bigger than it's ever been. It's bigger and more perverse and more of a money maker, listen, than it's ever been in the history of the world. Young children sold for slaves. It's incredible. It's incredible. Listen, you need to watch this stuff. You need to be a witness, and you need to witness it. I don't say you need to witness it physically. You just need to know what's going on. And you need to be ready to tell somebody about it. You need to be ready to tell somebody about it. We live in a day where people riot in America now over the wrong politician being elected. They throw bricks through windows and burn up cars. Huh? That's happened this last year. They won't allow anybody to speak if they speak the wrong words around them. Now, profanity's okay, right? Profanity's everywhere. You can go to any high school, you can go to any college, you can go to any campus. I've been there, you've been there. Profanity is okay. You can even cuss out your teacher, and that's okay. Because he'll just cuss you back. I've seen that many times. But holding people to a moral accountability, now that's not okay. Huh? The Word of God talks about this in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 10 and 11. He says this, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lusts of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They're not afraid to speak evil of dignities or those in power. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, they bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. They won't do it. They won't do it. But there's a bunch of people that will. They'll even burn your car over it. What is this? What is this? This is signs of the time. That's what it is. You need to keep your eyes open. You need to be watching. They're blasphemers, Paul said to Timothy. Disobedient to parents and proud and unthankful. They don't care. They're unholy. They're without natural affection. They're truth breakers. They won't hold their word. It's amazing this year. This is one of those things that just strikes you. They're amazing. People are amazed, and when somebody does what they say they'll do. I heard it in the news. Why in the world would he do that? Nobody cares about those campaign promises. That's what they said. They said nobody cares. In other words, nobody keeps their promises. Why should he keep his promise? Or why should she keep her promise? In other words, it's an oddity now to keep your word.
That's right.
Isn't that interesting? The Bible said there's going to come a day they're truth breakers. They don't keep their word. Heading high mind, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. This morning, and I don't even know if I shared it. This morning, I checked the news. I thought, you know what? There may be a new news story. You never know. And there was. Man burned his child to death. In Arkansas. You don't have to go far to see the moral depravity of this world. It's all around us. You say, John, this is so depressing. It's not good. I know it sounds bad. But you and I are called by God to be a witness to this world and to witness these things as well. Because one day, we're going to stand before Jesus Christ. And all the world one day is going to stand before the great white throne judgment. And he's going to say, hey, come here. You talked to them, didn't you? You're going to go, yes, sir. I want you to say yes, sir. Amen? Because he ain't going to call on you if you ain't told nobody. He's going to call on you and say, come here. You were faithful to me. Come here. You talked to that person, didn't you? Yes, sir, I did. I know you did. I saw you. I was there. He's there, isn't he? He's here. I was there. I just want you to confirm it. the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, all things shall be revealed. Amen. There's going to be a judgment one day. Are you ready? 2019 is just a couple days away. I have no idea what's going to happen in 2019. I have no idea. But this I know. You and I are called to keep our eyes on Jesus. That's what we're called to do. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep to the work of God. Keep your eyes upon the work of God, because there's much, much, much to do. So much to do. And then we're also to be looking for His coming. Watch what's going on around you. Don't be blind to these things. And do not be scared of them. Remember, Jesus said that over and over to His disciples. He says, don't be fearful of these things. Don't be scared. Don't let your heart be troubled. Remember that promise? You believe in God, believe also in me. He said, I've got you. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. Listen, no, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I'll come again. Amen? I'll come again to receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Amen. Amen. This world may be rough, but listen, He's coming, and He's going to take us to be with Him. Amen. So what are we to do? All we can until He comes. Amen. Who is a faithful and wise servant? The one that when the Master comes, he is found so doing. Be found so doing in 2019. In 2019. So doing. Let's all stand and have the hymn of invitation. Whatever your need is, I pray you make it known. Listen, we already had the gospel presented to us in song. We had the gospel presented to us in song and in action. We saw in this how Jesus died for your sins and for mine. And here we are going into 2019. Wouldn't it be good to start off 2019 as saved, gloriously saved? If you're lost, you need to be saved today. If you're lost, you need to be saved today. Forget about 2019. Today's the day of salvation. Be saved today. And then we'll live for Him all next year. Amen? All next year, let's live for Him. What number?
487.
187. Room at the cross. There's room. Always room at the cross.
It's a shelter in which we can hide. And His grace so free, so sufficient for me. And His is a fountain as wide as the sea. There's room at the cross.
for coming out, the youth group, and those that brought them. Appreciate y'all. And y'all did great. Enjoyed that. Tonight is just a business meeting night. And so, I say just a business meeting. It's business meeting night. But we don't have much business. We'll take care of what we got. Okay, so if you can make it back, please do. But God bless you. Amen. If I don't see you, I'll see you next year. I'll see you next year. Amen. Let's go, Lord, in prayer. Ask His blessings on the rest of the day. Brother Pat, would you mind dismissing us, please, brother?
Thank you so much for all you've given us this past year. Thank you for what you give us next year. Please help us be faithful. Please help us be grateful. Ask these things in your name.
Amen. Amen.